Hello, my dear learners. Today we're going to be going for a very important topic. We're going to be studying the third person in the present tense. So, are you ready? Yes, I know you're ready. Now, let's start with this first idea. When we use I, you, we, and they in present tense, the verb does not change. What does that mean? For example, I have here three sentences for you. I like to speak English in my free time, we watch TV at 9, and you drive a nice car. So if you see here, the verb doesn't change. Like stays like that, watch and drive. But what happens when we are using the third person? And you might be saying, okay, teacher, what is the third person? The third person is when we use he, she, and it. And when that happens, the verb changes. So I have here three very short examples. Number one, she likes to speak English in her free time. Number two, he watches TV at night. And number three, she drives a nice car. So after you see those three examples, you have maybe this question in your mind. So how do we know how to use the third person? Well, that's why we have this video for you. So the first thing that we have to pay attention to is the rule number one. Yes, rules are very important for us to understand English. And the rule number one that I want to share with you is when the verb finishes in double S, X, CH, SH, or O, we add ES. So I'm going to give you some examples right now for you to understand this topic. Let's say that we have the first words that we have, the verbs that finish with SS. For example, kiss finishes with SS, and dress finishes with SS. So the sentence is going to be, the baby kisses her mom. You see? The verb finishes with double S, and we add ES because we are using the baby. And the baby is he or she. In this case, for the example, is she, right? Now, the second sentence is, my dad, third person, dresses nicely. Okay? Now, I have other examples for you. Let's say that we have now the verbs that finish with X. Which verbs finish with X? Well, we have relax and mix. So, the first sentence is, he relaxes at the beach. Or we can say, the DJ mixes music, right? So in this case, we have relax, but because we are using the third person, he, so the verb changes and we say he relaxes. If you say he relax, it's not correct. You have to say he relaxes or the DJ mixes music. And here we have more examples, some verbs that finish with CH or ch. Watch and teach. For example, she watches TV every day. Or she teaches English. Now, we also have some other examples for you. Some verbs that finish with O are do and go. So in the third person, you're going to use the verb as does and goes. Some verbs that finish with SH are finish, wash, and brush. And yes, in the third person, they are finishes, washes, and brushes. Now, let's go for the rule number two. The rule number two says, when the verb finishes in a consonant plus Y, we change the Y for an I and add ES. Now, it sounds kind of confusing, but we're going to see this in action, right? So, for example, we have here some verbs that finishes with consonant plus Y are this: cry, fly, study, and carry. If you pay attention to the last letter, we have Y. And here, next to Y, we have a consonant, RY. So it's consonant plus Y. LY, consonant plus Y. DY, consonant plus Y. And RY again. So cry, fly, study, and carry are examples of verbs that finish with a consonant plus Y. So according to what we studied, the verbs are going to change. And in third person, when we are using he, she, or it, we're going to say cries, flies, studies, or carries. For example, the baby cries. Another example is She studies very much. Okay? So if you see the difference, right, it's not correct to say the baby cry. You have to say the baby cries or she studies. Okay? And now we go for the rule number 3. And the rule number 3 is the easiest one. It says if the verb does not apply to rule number 1 or 2, we simply add es. So, for example, we're going to see here speak, play, dance, run, cook, and visit. So in third person, we're going to say speaks, plays, dances, runs, cooks, and visits. Right? For example, in a sentence, we're going to say he plays soccer or he cooks very well. Okay? So, thank you for watching this video, and we hope you understood the topic, and we will continue sharing with you more of this amazing language. Thanks for watching.